Right, most of you know why I'm here, so I thought I'd start with a pretty random date, which is Monday the 27th of February. And if you don't know, that is in a couple of weeks, that's a few weeks actually, that is the Monday after you come back from half term. And it's a very, very important moment in your school life. In fact, 12 o'clock on Monday the 27th of February is very important, because on that date, you are closer to the end of school life than you are to the start of school life. In other words, that is the halfway stage of your time at Smithills School. Now, many of you might be delighted by that fact, and you might be really looking forward to leaving us. Hopefully, quite a lot of you might be a bit sad on the day that you leave. But what it means is many of you will start to think about your future lives and what you're going to do when you leave this school, which is obviously why I'm stood in front of you today, because you will start making decisions about what you do after leaving us. It might be that you go, like many of our pupils do, who have been in your position for years before, to the sixth form. In Bolton, you might go to Runshaw, you might start and do A-levels, you might do apprenticeships, you might do other vocational qualifications, but really at this point of your lives, you kind of start need to planning for the future. So, this brings us to the next 2 years of your lives at Smithills. You are going to start today a process which will last about 4 weeks to pick your options. Now, some of those options are free for you to choose. Some of them, like all the schools in this country, we are telling you what you're going to do. So there's your core subjects. Everyone will take certain subjects. That's true of us, that's true of every other school in Bolton, and as I say, every other school in the country. You will also choose a humanities subject, so you will all do history or geography, but then there will be 2 of your options that you pick. Now, when I was putting this assembly together, I started to look at, well, why is this important? For some of you, if you were like me, I've got all the way through life and I'm probably still a bit unsure about what I want to do with my life. It might not be that you have a specific career or even a specific course at college in mind. But there will be people sat here that definitely want to do something at college. So I started to look at, this is just from Bolton sixth form, which I was looking at last night. And when I looked at it, it started to set out the choices you make now are things that will change what you can potentially do at college. So from the sixth form, it says, if you're doing A-levels, and this isn't about subject, this is just how well you do in the subjects. If you want to study for A-levels, you need to get a grade 7, 8 or 9 in basically all of your subjects, including English, maths, and you need a 6 in maths or above. If you're studying 3 A-levels, you've got to have 2 GCSEs at a grade 6 and 3 at a grade 5 or 4. In other words, you have to do fairly well over the next 2 years if you are going to get in the sixth form Bolton to do A-levels. That's obviously a big thing that you need to think about. But on their page as well, it also says for certain subjects, I haven't included them all because I've gone on for about 4 slides, but if you're going to do computer science, it might be something you're interested in and do at A-level, you have to have a GCSE at grade 6 in maths and a grade 5 in computer science. In other words, you would have to have chosen it in your options in order to study it at the sixth form at A-level. If you're doing art subjects, equally you need a grade 4 in art and design at GCSE in order to carry on at A-level. So you've got to think carefully. If there is something specifically you want to do, look at where potentially you're going to go and look at what they require you to do at GCSE. If you're not sure, you've got a slightly broader choice, but it might be that you need to look into it. So, these are your core subjects. These are the ones everyone is going to do. You are all going to do English and English literature. You'll all do maths, you'll all do science, you'll all do core RE and PE. Now, I will come back to RE and PE later on because there is an optional RE and sports studies which you can pick on top of that, but they're the ones that everyone will do. You will all, as I said, pick history or geography. Okay, so think about which one of those 2 you want to do for the next 2 years. Then you get to the wider choice. There are 18 option subjects on offer to you. Now, pretty much you have a choice of any 2 of those 18. There are a few stipulations where you can't choose subjects together, but you've got a choice of 2 of those 18. Okay, they're your options. So, do's and don'ts. I'll go through all the dates and everything in a minute, but do get as much advice as you can. If you don't know something, ask, talk to your parents. Your form teachers are going to be going through this all this week as well. Subject teachers, careers, Miss Angus is available if you want to chat with her. And then talk to the Year 10 students who have studied that subject already. Do find out as much as possible about the courses on offer. I will explain to you in a minute how you can do that. Try and choose subjects you are good at or enjoy, since this is going to improve your chance of success. And do decide yourself. It is you and you alone who will be studying that subject for the next 2 years. You'll be sitting that exam on your own. So don't think about, oh, my friend's doing this. This is what I'm going to do because of that. Think about what you want to do and what you are good at. Which brings us to the don'ts. And the don't is linked here. Don't think you're expected to know at this stage what you want to do later in life. It's wonderful if you do, but as I said, I didn't know, certainly. A lot of people who work here probably didn't know at this point. If you do, wonderful, but don't worry too much if you don't. The curriculum is constructed to keep open as many doors as possible. A lot of the reasons you do the core subjects are because those are transferable into many other subjects when you go on to post-16. Don't choose a course because your friend is choosing it. You might find yourself in different groups next year. So you could all your friendship group could do it, but you could end up doing different classes, so it doesn't really make much difference. Don't choose a course because you like the teacher, because you might have a different teacher in Year 10. Don't rush to complete your choices. Think carefully, and I'll go through the dates in a minute, but think carefully and pick a subject for positive reasons after conducting your research. And don't worry if you can't fit everything in. Some subjects can still be picked up post-16. And just be aware, you don't always get what you want. Unfortunately, we are limited on the number of places in classes. So it might be that even if you pick it, particularly if you pick it late on in this process, you might not get in that class. You might have to do something else. And it's also very, very difficult, in fact impossible, for us to timetable every single combination of choices that you will make. So you need to be aware that myself or Miss Juice might come back to you at some point and say, listen, I'm really sorry, but that one you chose, we cannot do it. And be aware that courses run will depend on demand and staffing available. So if, for example, only 3 people pick a certain subject, I use my own enterprise, we cannot run it with just 3 people. So be aware that it does depend on how many people pick it. So you could almost have too many picking it and too few picking it, and we'll have to think about whether we can run it or not. So, important dates, and this is the timeline for it. So today, you will all walk out of here with one of these booklets. This booklet explains to you, page by page, each subject that you can pick. Okay, so it's got information about how you'll be assessed in it, it's got information about what you taught in it. That will explain each of your subjects. Okay? Tomorrow, and you'll notice there is no image for this because Mr. Abbott is still putting this video together, but tomorrow and the rest of this week in session 0, there will be a video available where each member of staff talks about their subject. The information is also in here, but they'll talk about the subject, they'll talk about what kind of things you'll study. That will be done in session 0 this week. Form teachers, I'm going to speak to you tonight, by the way, so don't worry if you don't understand that yet. Then next week, on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, on one of those days, your form will come down to what we call a marketplace. Basically, this is where a member of staff will be stood there representing each subject. So let's say, for example, you're interested in studying enterprise. I will be stood there. You would come and talk to me about the kind of things that you would study in enterprise. You might ask me some questions about it. You might go to another teacher and talk to them about studying a different subject. Okay, your form will only come down on one of those days, and your form teacher will tell you which day it is. Okay, that's next week. Now the date that Mr. Nash had you repeating over and over again, Thursday the 2nd of March is your parents' evening. It is a normal parents' evening, but it is also where you pick your options. So at the start of that evening, you will come to a member of SLT. We will give you this form, so therefore you can only get it on Thursday the 2nd of March. And with you and your parents, we will go through what options you want to do. We'll talk about possible combinations. Okay? I will say it again, you can only get that form on Thursday the 2nd of March. So if you give your form in on that night, as you should do, there is a very good chance that your option, you will be in that option that you want. If you do not come to that parents' evening, it's a very bad idea, because it could mean that you don't get the option you want because it's already been filled up. The ultimate deadline for the end of this process is Thursday the 9th of March. So you only really have a week to actually fill that form in. On Thursday the 9th of March, we will get all the forms that we've got, we'll go through the order that they were given in, and we will make sure that we give the people that gave them in first, we'll give them first pick of the options they want to do. So it is absolutely essential that you come on Thursday the 2nd of March in order to get that form. But what you have are all those opportunities between now and then to talk to people about the options you are going to do. So it could be in your normal lessons, it could be with your form teacher this week, it could be the options marketplace. There are loads of chances to do it. Okay? That is the end of what I've got to say to you. Myself and Miss Juice will pop into forms this week to just see if you've got any general questions. And if not, I will see you at the marketplace activity on either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Mr. Nash, thank you very much.